What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I want to talk about Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor has been missing in action. She has not been on television in a little while now. For those of y'all who have been watching the news, y'all know that there has been not one but two different lawsuits brought upon Fox Sports. And the one I've already made a video on. I spoke about that. I spoke about her situation with Emmanuel Acho as well. I'll link that video in the description box and y'all can go and check out that commentary. I think it was excellent commentary from me. But I want to talk about how the second lawsuit and also the last time I saw her on Fox Sports was when she made, now again, she might have been on there before, but I hadn't really watched Fox Sports that much over the last couple of years, but I did tune in after this whole situation went viral. She made a Trump inauguration joke that did not sit well with her coworkers. They were kind of stunned by it. That's one of the last times I saw her actively on television. Now, maybe she had appeared after that, but that's one of the last times I noticed she was on there when I would randomly look here and there on Fox Sports. And then you have the second lawsuit by a woman who's accusing Chuck Dixon of being a weirdo and being creepy. And I believe he's been put on suspension, but we haven't heard anything in regards to Joy Taylor. Now, there could be a number of reasons as to why Joy Taylor hasn't been let go. I will speak on this article from the Daily Mail. This is one of the reasons why one of the main reasons why I'm making this video, because the Daily Mail is questioning whether or not she is going to be fired from Fox Sports. And we're going to go into the article and we're going to speak about that. But I want to talk about Joy Taylor in a nutshell. Joy Taylor is not a talented female at all. I believe there are hundreds of thousands of women who could do her job probably better than her. And she has an attitude about herself. Even after this whole situation went viral, you could just tell she was very smug. Chuck Dixon was very smug. He wasn't suspended at first, but after the second lawsuit, I guess they had to do something. They're still not going to fire him for whatever reason. That's just how powerful Chuck Dixon was at Fox Sports. If you're getting sued by two different women and you're still basically employed by that company, that shows you how much power and leeway Chuck Dixon had. But Joy Taylor is somebody who has this attitude about herself. And it's gotten progressively worse, because I remember when she first got the job at Fox Sports, she seemed so humble by it. She seemed like a girl that got an opportunity and was happy for it. This was probably after her engagement with Earl Watson fell through. She just turned into a Instagram model wannabe, showing off her body, trying to be like this ultra sexy TV show host or whatnot. And, she made that turn. A lot of times, who we are on the inside manifests itself on the outside. I think Joy Taylor is deeply insecure. We've seen her get into numerous back and forths with people online, especially men online. She had the podcast with Taylor Rooks. That fell apart. And now she's taking vacation photos, quote unquote, on her Insta, even though I don't think she's posted in the last 3 days. I think that Joy Taylor is the type of woman who embraces being a slur for the right opportunities, but then will lie and act like those opportunities were created by her because of her hard work. What hard work? You were plucked out of Miami. You were an obscure radio show personality. You go to Hollywood and you immediately get put on a show with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, a relative unknown. Now, again, that has a lot to do with Skip Bayless and what he's looking for, because Undisputed was his show. But they ultimately chose her at the behest of Chuck Dixon. Didn't he leave at ESPN and he had to leave ESPN? Gets a job at Fox Sports. And then these situations happening where there's like a pay for play system with women. Listen, this has been going on in Hollywood for a number of years. It's nothing new. There's the casting couches everywhere. And Joy Taylor was a part of that casting couch. And you can see she tries to manifest herself into like this strong, independent woman that has worked her way up. She literally said that in the interview, lying, knowing that she was laying on her back to get those opportunities. There could be a number of reasons why she's off TV. One of the reasons I thought of is maybe her contract is due and they're not going to renew it. And instead of her making a fuss about it or them saying anything about it, they're just going to let her contract expire while she sits at home and they look for her replacement. That could be a scenario because I just don't see how you bring her back. She just seems so toxic. Just like I told y'all that she made the snipe about the Trump inauguration thing. If y'all know what I'm talking about, just look it up and look at Keyshawn Johnson's face. She tried to take a jab at Trump. After that, I see why people don't want to work with her because I guess they thought that they could just work through it. It's one lawsuit of a disgruntled ex-employee. Even Skip Bayless doesn't even acknowledge it. He's moved on from it, and they thought they would do the same until the second lawsuit comes out from the Sidelined reporter. And then it becomes a little bit more serious. Chuck Dixon is sent home, and then you got Joy Taylor, who's being Joy Taylor, just saying things, putting a foot in her mouth, and just being overall cringe. You know, Joy Taylor is very cringe. Joy Taylor is very cringe. She's not funny. She's not talented, but she thinks she is. She really believes that she's just this talented woman that worked her way up from the bottom. No, you did not. You did not do that at all. So let me speak on this article from the Daily Mail where they spoke about her and her mysteriously being taken off television. It says reports claim Joy Taylor has been sidelined by Fox Sports after the FS1 host missed 3 straight episodes of Speak This Week. Taylor, who typically fronts the FS1 talk show, was not on air for any of the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday episodes, prompting questions about her absence. Neither Taylor nor Fox Sports has made any public comments on the issue, but according to Front Office Sports, the network has sidelined the host. Taylor, who also alleged to have used her sexuality to get on a show in 2020 when she sought a spot on Acho's program Speak, she denied each and every allegation against her. The 38-year-old typically presents the show alongside former NFL star Keyshawn Johnson, ex-NBA player Paul Pierce. According to social media, the Speak host has recently been on vacation in the Cayman Islands, but she now appears to be back in the United States. And according to Front Office Sports, Taylor was in Los Angeles, where Speak is filmed, to watch the Lakers-Mavericks game on Tuesday night. The only reported mention of her absence during this week's show came via Johnson, who told viewers that Taylor was elsewhere. Taylor, Dixon, former FS1 host Skip Bayless, and the Fox Corporation were all named in a suit, which was filed on behalf of hairstylist and former Fox employee Nushin Faraji. Much of it focused on allegations of harassment, battery, and negligent supervision, retaliation, and other hostile workplace issues between 2012 and August of 2024. Bayless is accused of offering $1.5 million to Faraji for relations, which is, to me, is still ridiculous. You know, but I've heard that Skip Bayless is just an ultra competitive guy, while Dixon is accused of groping the stylist's buttocks. Taylor is alleged to have dismissed Faraji's complaints about harassment against Bayless, and Dixon telling the hairstylist to get over it. Earlier this month, a spokesperson for Taylor told Athletic the claims set forth against Ms. Taylor are devoid of merit and appear to have been strategically framed to create unwarranted publicity rather than to seek legitimate redress. Ms. Taylor denies each and every allegation against her as set forth in the plaintiff's complaint to the extent they allege any wrongdoing, liability, or entitlement of relief. Bayless' attorney has claimed Faraji consented by words or conduct to actions she alleges. I will say this is a lot of Diddy-like, freak off behavior going on at Fox Sports, you know what I'm saying? And I will say this, Joy Taylor does seem like the type of person that would do anything to, I even heard Jason Whitlock speak about how, Joy Taylor really wanted to be a part of one of the shows he's on. I just feel like there's going to be more that comes out. Now, she hasn't been fired. I want to make that clear. She has not been fired, but I would not be shocked if they just let her contract run out and she leaves, or they buy her out. Or maybe they have a clause where they don't have to buy her out. They can just let her out without having to pay her to go away. It just depends on what direction they go in. But I still think that ultimately she's the type of person who lied over and over about how she didn't have to take the shortcuts to get to where she is. Of course you did. Of course you did. And the way that you get on your podcast, like you did with Taylor Rooks, and you like to point your and she just said a lot of questionable things. I've spoken about that too. She didn't like the fact that married women didn't want their husbands having female friends. She thinks something is wrong with that. This is the type of person that we're dealing with. Y'all want to know why Joy Taylor doesn't have a man? She's too busy trying to mess with the husbands or boyfriends of other women. She's one of those type of women. She's on that type of time, which I can believe that she's hooking up with Chuck Dixon for opportunities. Chuck Dixon probably still taking care of her. That probably hasn't even ended yet. This is why y'all don't see no man in sight, because women like her are always somebody's jump off or side chick, but never somebody's wife or girlfriend. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.